Hi, it's Bruce. It's Sunday, September 14th, 2014, and here I am giving you a review. I have a couple announcements to make. I have bought a new camera. I have a bitch of a time with it today. This is like my 6th attempt, but hopefully I'm going to get this right. The manuals are just so hard, and I'm not going to be able to do all the fancy stuff yet. I haven't even been able to take a video. So let's see how this works. All right, enough about the camera. It's in HD. Scary, huh? The other news is you've heard about all the excitement in our home because my spouse Bill Russell's musical sideshow is opening on Broadway. And Friday we went down and saw the marquee and the lights at the St. James all lit up with sideshow. So Sideshow by Bill Russell, Henry Krieger, directed by Bill Condon, starts previews October 28th. I'll be there. The first preview, the press agent tells me, is going to be fabulous. If you can get into the first preview, we'll all be there. It's going to be a big party. It opens November 17th, and we'll see what happens. Lots of positive stuff going on. We're very, very excited. Nervous and excited, as they say in nervous and scared, nervous and excited, as they say in Into the Woods. All right, enough about my rambling. This camera's thrown me way off. All right, I saw three great shows actually. The first one, which surprised the heck out of me, is Sex with Strangers, which my spouse Bill dragged me to. I wanted to go see it, but it was like the last week and we had to go on a Wednesday night. I don't like going out after work on a weeknight. And wow, was I glad I did. It kept me awake and I loved it. Put that in a quote ad. Kept me awake and I loved it. All right, Sex with Strangers by Laura Eason, directed brilliantly by David Schwimmer, with Anna Gunn of Breaking Bad and Billy Magnuson of Vanya, Sonia, Masha, and Spike. What a great play! It was really good to hear a new play that I didn't know anything about and be so mesmerized by it. Just a little synopsis. Anna Gunn is a teacher who was a writer. She had a book published. It didn't do that well. She's up in a winter retreat by herself. The owner of the retreat can't make it, and she's there by herself. On a knock on the door comes Billy Magnuson, who is a writer, who was a blogger, who turned his first series of blogs called Sex with Strangers into a best-selling book, a compilation of blogs. So the lowest form of writing according to the literary community. Very good play about writers. Billy Magnuson, the character of Billy Magnuson, loves Anna Gunn's writing, offers his agent, opens some doors for her. She's trepidatious, but she does it. Lo and behold, they're going to publish her next novel, to much fanfare. Billy Magnuson wants something in return. But she's not so happy maybe to do that. And of course he's opened the doors for her. There is sex with strangers in this play. And it's on stage most of the part, for most of the part. And it was pretty hot. So Anna and Billy go to it. It's a really great plot. It's got great twists. It's very literary. And it's closed, but maybe you can see a resident company of it somewhere. Highly recommend it. Also, 4 stars out of 4 stars, Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, a British import now at the Barrymore Theatre. It's written by Simon Stevens, directed by Marianne Elliott, and it's just brilliant. It's about an autistic savant boy who's 15. Think of Dustin Hoffman in Rain Man. Everything with numbers he can do. But he can't touch people. People can't touch him. He just has no social skills. And he's brilliantly played by Alex Sharp, who I believe is a recent Juilliard graduate. Tony nomination, if not the award, to this young man. Also in the cast, which is wonderful, but I want to mention Ian Banford, who plays the father. Everyone in the cast is wonderful. The direction is brilliant. The set is brilliant. The lighting is wonderful. It's about this boy who finds the neighbor's dog dead in the middle of the night with a pitchfork through it, or as they call it, a garden fork. That's what the British call a pitchfork. And he goes about to solve this crime because no one seems to care why the dog died and who killed it. We, if you're thinking, can figure it out within 30 minutes, but that's not the crux. The crux is that he goes on this journey of investigating the death of this dog and unfortunately unearths a lot of other secrets in his home and his town. So it's just brilliantly done. It's captivating. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes. That includes the intermission, so it's really like 2:40, I guess. But and I didn't flag at all. And I saw it a Friday night after work. I knew I could sleep in. So I highly recommend Curious Incident of the Dog. I went back because of my friend Jeff Mealy, who offered me a ticket, to Carole King, the Carole King musical, Beautiful. The reason we were offered tickets was Jessie Mueller, the Tony winner, was on vacation, and Rebecca LaChance, I don't know how she pronounces it, was her understudy, and she went on, and she was excellent. She was very good. However, on second showing, I don't know if you saw my previous review, I love Beautiful. I really did still love it, but more likey love. Some of the flaws came through. I thought Rebecca, as she was great, but there were a couple things, I didn't think her voice sat as well in the music, at least for my ears, because I'm a Carole King fanatic, and Jessie Mueller was, to me, perfect. Not mimicking her, but just singing in that range and recollecting what Carole King sounds like. But Rebecca was very good. It did make me watch the supporting cast closer because I didn't have to focus on Rebecca as much. She didn't captivate me quite as much as when I was intensely watching Jessie. And Jared Spector as Barry Mann and Anika Larson as Cynthia Weil, who received Tony nominations, are still standout brilliant. Especially Jared, because I wasn't familiar with his work, and I couldn't take my eyes off him, and I still couldn't take my eyes off him the second time I've seen this. He's playing a lead in a new musical workshop or a reading called Bandstand about like the Benny Goodman years. Someone's writing this, and he was the lead, and I hope, I didn't get to see it, I hope he still is the lead, because I'd love to see him do a lead in a Broadway musical. So I do recommend Beautiful, and Jessie's back. Jessie also will be touring for those of you who don't get to come into New York to see it, because it really is a fun musical. It's a jukebox musical with a fun book. Some of the flaws in the book came out a little more this time seeing it. Things that are perfunctory that get you into the songs, like the producer going, "Love the song, kid, we'll give it to the Drifters," or "Love the song, kid, we'll give it to the Shirelles." That's sort of, you know, it's not deep writing, but it gets you into the song. All right, well, we're off to see It's Only a Play this afternoon. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to review it. Next week I'm at work, then I'm on a vacation for a week in Cape Cod. So if I can't get back to you with It's Only a Play, I will when I get back from vacation. All right, have a great time and try to get these Curious Incident for a Dog tickets. It's going to be hot.